Oh, we gotta talk about Velcro shoes. Velcro shoes. I was on the Facebook, and you guys do know Marcus Brown. But I don't know Marcus Brown. You do know Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown is the young gentleman who was kind enough to put together the cover of Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty. He himself modeling the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, what would we say, Snoop Dogg, Thomas Sowell cover for the Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty. And he was saying something about maybe he found some old shoes. I think they were Air Force Ones. They were talking in a conversation about old shoes started up. And it harkened me back to the 7th grade where I'd gone from 6th grade. I was in parochial school because we must worship the Lord our God. Don't learn anything about the real world, the outside world. You must go and you guys think, oh, homeschooling, how will they socialize? Yeah, you don't get much better socialized growing up in a cult, even if they call it a private school. So then we went to public school because we finally said, we never could afford this private school. That's why we're poor. It's because the Lord says, go to private school and give us your money. See, we just love the children so much. That's why we charge an arm and a leg for poor people who can't afford it. Are you poor, but do you like Christ? Give even more money. So then we went to the public schools. And I didn't know anything about fashion or cliques or this hierarchy, that genuine Neanderthalic level intelligent tribes, this tribalism that goes on. I had hand-me-downs, clothes-wise from my uncle. And then we got Velcro shoes. I got Velcro shoes. So that was the cool thing in the 80s for a year. And they went to Walmart, got Walmart shoes. And I remember, now this is, you think, oh, kids could be so cruel. You have no effing clue. No clue. I got in fights because I had Velcro shoes. I didn't have the Nike high tops. I didn't have cool jeans. I had Wrangler jeans, hand-me-downs. And I actually got in fights. People would pick on me. I was the kid with the, kick me on the back because no one gave me the instruction manual for this Neanderthalic inferior race of scumbags I went to school with. And so, and you all wonder why I'm a misanthrope. It's actually not because of that. There's other reasons. But that got me a good start on a way to hate my fellow man. Also taught me that it doesn't matter what race you are or what gender you are. The people who are going to hurt you the most are pretty much your kind because you're dealing with them. And everybody's scum. Everybody is scum until they prove it other. That's what I learned. So I was like, holy cow, hearkening back to these, I think there wasn't even a brand name. I think it was like a serial number, like the X500 Velcro shoe. And because I was different, I had to be beaten up upon by guys 3-1, guys 3 times my size if it was just one-on-one with this tip, because they're cowards. Bullies are cowards. A little bit of a tidbit if you're in the school and you're getting pestered by a bully. They're always bigger than you. You should always, I think littler kids should use weapons. I think you absolutely have every right to make it a fair fight. Because you think, oh, what are you going to use a weapon? It's like, have you ever seen a bully pick on someone his own size? No, because they're cowards. That's why they're little, wimpy cowards. That's why they always pick on smaller people. Or they'll always have 5-1. So if they're going to do that, that's like unmatched, uneven odds. Even up the score a little bit. God made men something, Colt made them equal, or whatever it was. And I always used to be hard on myself. Like I couldn't fight these guys, who have 50 pounds on me, have 6 inches extra reach. Anyway, so I'm like, God dang it. What fucking scum? What scumbags think that they got the right to beat you up or fight you because you got Velcro shoes? So I said, I got to look into these guys because I remember there were a handful of these scumbags. Most of them were scum. So I went back, pulled out the old yearbook. And I tried, guys. I tried my best, for an hour. After a while, I was just wasting my time. I'm thinking, okay. I started looking up the scumbags. And sure enough, oh, guys. Oh, you want to talk about the one thing your parents didn't lie to you about. was that these people do get theirs in the end. And I've gone over this before. School's an artificial environment. People who develop skills for school will survive well in school, but not the real world, because once school ends, they're dumped out in the real world and they just can't function. And holy crap, did that come true. I seen these scumbags, real scumbags. They got jail time, they got criminal records. You could go on Facebook, you could find out that, oh, look at me, oh, we're at the bar again, oh, we're cheering on the Milwaukee Brewers, oh, go Pack. I mean, just Wisconsin. This wasn't even the Hicks yet. Somehow they ended up becoming trailer trash. I don't know how you do that growing up in a metropolitan area like Milwaukee, and you still end up becoming trailer trash. I mean, you really got to work at it. Oh, single parents, left and right. I'd like to say divorced. Most were never married. Like they never grew up. Some of them still got freaking mullets. So that you could change. Oh, that's the other thing. None of them left town. They're all still there. They're all still freaking there. No one's explored. No one's adventured. They're all stuck in Milwaukee. Same crap. Look, I'm getting mighty tired of Minneapolis. I've been here 20 years. I would have left long ago had I not met a wonderful girl, blah, blah, blah. All right, but I'm already making moves, and you guys know that I don't really stay here. Winter, I go to Vegas, Phoenix, I do my traveling. These guys, oh my God. Just one weekend that I had, this past week, not even a full week, 4 or 5 days, that I went out to the Black Hills. That's like their life dream that they could go to Sturgis. Like that, just think about how sad and pathetic that is. They've so mismanaged their lives that the one pinnacle achievement, the thing they point to, is that they got to go to the Black Hills for a weekend. Like that was it. I spent 6 months in the Black Hills over 2 summers. Not to mention the months added on and when I'm always swinging through or a week here or a week there. None of them have been the Vegas. None of them. They're just so common. They're worse than, at least common. Maybe you make it to Disney World, but these guys, holy cow. It's like they never grew up from 1988. They still got the mullets. They still go, oh, Summerfest, oh. The death metal hair band's coming in. They're still stuck in that. Stuck as if Reagan was in office or George Bush Sr. And so I was just looking around. And after a while, and what I ended up trying to do, and some of them you can't find out because they have common names. But I did not, and I'm not joking, I did not find one person that either turned it around, made something out of themselves. It's like they were caught in a time. They just got stuck in 1987, except now maybe some of them are gray or balding and have guts. The women, I didn't even really bother that much. I wonder what happened to her. Hey, Jesus. God bless Facebook. You never have to go to any kind of high school year reunion. Just like, nah, I see it from far away. I don't need to see it up close and personal. No, that's all right. No, you have fun with your 5 kids from the 6 different fathers. I'm going to stay over. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to go to Sturgis when it's not the rally time because I know better because I've spent enough time out there. Now I'm going to go hiking in Denver. Oh, it's just another town you never visited because you went to Chicago. Hey, look at that. Hour and a half south. Woo! That's some exploration. But it was, after a while, I'm like, okay, did anyone from my school, did any of them become successful? And even I tried to find, now again, some common names. Very common names. I'm not going to mention them. Because I was like, that guy, he was really smart. What happened to him? Can't find him. That guy, he was really smart. What happened to him? Can't find him. This girl, she was really smart. What happened? Can't find her. It's like nobody in this entire... Now, after a while, I was like wasting time. I'm like, look, it's obvious through this sample size. We knew this already. This school was a bunch of losers. But man, there's got to be a doctor. One of you idiots must have become something in your life. Because I'm not arrogant enough and cocky enough to think that I'm the most successful one from that school. But goddamn if it doesn't start to look that way. And everyone says, oh, you shouldn't be petty. Oh, no. This whole thing like forgive and let it go. No. I get to rub it in the faces of these people. Just what losers they are. Because of the BS me and every other nerd, every other kid that didn't happen to be 6'2", and 108, didn't have to have the genetic blessing. Oh, no. I'm reminding people now. This is the and I'm gonna float it every day. Well, not every day. I do have more important crap to do than that. But today, because I remembered the Velcro shoes, I'm like, what happened to these people? What happens to the person with the intelligence that somehow in their mind or brain, if you could call it that, I'd like to say brainstem, what happens to the type of person with the level of intelligence that they think they have, that they're compelled, that they have the right to go and challenge and fight and pick on and beat up with multiple other people, by the way, because you're so strong and you're so courageous and so brave. What happens to their futures? And like I said, by gosh, the one thing these old farts might have actually been right about is that there is this element of karma and justice, that these losers actually get theirs in the end. They actually get theirs in the end. Stupid people don't do well out of school. They really don't. They're trying to get out of school. Of course, smart people are also trying to get like the really smart ones. But they can't wait to get out of school. And little do they know that's the only place that's going to have them. Then they go out, they work their crappy jobs, have their crappy careers, have kids they can't afford. It is so scripted. But though after a while, I was like, okay, you know what? Wasted an hour on that. It was good. It was vindictive. And it was necessary to because I wanted to kind of do this for the segment of the show. But the larger point, the lesson, I don't even know if there's bullies anymore because they do play a role. I don't know if kids get in fights anymore because everyone's gone too far the other extreme. Everyone's too much of a wimp. No one throws a punch. Everyone's got to talk things out and have feelings. But for those of you that were nerds, you are nerds. And I don't mean jerk nerds or like the basement dwelling, like the amazing atheist types. I'm not talking the ones who are mean and evil. I'm talking innocent kids. Yeah, you happen to wear Velcro shoes, or you didn't roll and tuck your jeans. And then the inferior scum of the earth who got this. I guess this is like their pinnacle. This is the best they're ever going to achieve because their dad and mom didn't achieve jack. So, hey, yeah, man, you got to go pick on that 7th grade kid, man. You got to show the 7th graders that the 8th graders. Yeah, I can picture it coming from some beer-swilling, fat, bald Milwaukee screw-off. Try not to curse. Telling his kid how to... I remember there's another guy I look up. He's dead. He's dead. He died in 97. 2 years after he graduated from high school. 3 years. Oh, that guy, I think that guy got into a fight with someone just a little bit stronger than him. Might have been, maybe it wasn't stronger, maybe just carrying a gun. But anyway, for all you out there, either you are veteran nerds, I mean, seriously, go back and look these people up. It's hilarious. Oh, they'll never mention it now. Oh, now they all want to be friends. Oh, hey, ha, 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 you remember that? No. We're going to pour the salt into the wound that is known as your life. Your entire life is nothing but a wound. Your pinnacle achievement, your peak was in the 9th grade. And it all went to pot from there. And we're going to go buy some salt mines to mine the salt, to pour into the wound that is known as your life. And that, absolutely, so those of you who are veteran nerds, geeks, whatever. Absolutely. Go look this, enjoy it, dude. You absolutely earned it. You earned every little bit of penny. You don't even have to look these people up and mock them or ridicule them. Their lives are punishment enough. And then for those of you, again, I don't know what goes on in schools nowadays. I don't even know if are there bullies anymore? Are there? So much testosterone has been taken out of the school. But for those of you who are getting picked on, you got to get in fights with bigger guys who are cowards and wimps because they like picking on people half their size, or with odd numbers, uneven odds. Just trust me, I'm not joking. They do get theirs in the end. They do. Even the people who weren't like, just douches, just regular old douches. You can't find these people. Mr. Perfect Smiley Place, hey, he had the right clothes and everything. I've looked, I can't find it. There's been a couple guys, but they were cool guys. Military, they did go on to something. But even the schmaltzy guys, I don't know if they got into drugs or what. There's nobody. Still, again, I didn't sample everybody. There's got to be a doctor. There's got to be a surgeon. There's got to be an astronaut. But man, if the morons and the douchebags didn't end up having the life of morons and douchebags, it was great. Oh, it was just great. I don't even know if I'm going to keep my yearbook. I was looking through. Why do you even keep a yearbook? You don't know any of these people anymore. All these people signing, I'm like, who the hell is this? We seem to have been friends. They wrote a lot in my yearbook. Oh, throw it away, baby.